Hello friends. So in this video, we'll cover about the syllabus and the books which is required to prepare for the UPSC examination. But before this, in my last video, I have discussed about the introduction to UPSC. In the above I button, you can click and you can get the link of that video. So let's start with the syllabus and the book. Let's get into it. So in the prelims part, there are two papers. Paper 1 is General Studies, which is of 100 questions of 200 marks and duration is of 2 hours. One question carries 2 marks each. And in paper 2, that is CSAT, which is Civil Service Aptitude Test, which consists of 80 questions of 200 marks, that is 2.5 marks of each questions. Both the paper have negative marks for wrong answers, marked to the tune of 1/3 of the total mark assigned to that questions. Now the syllabus for UPSC paper 1 are as follows. Paper 1, which is of 200 marks, duration 2 hours. Point 1. Current events of national and international importance. Point 2. History of India and Indian national movement. Point 3. Indian and world geography, that is physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. Indian polity and governance. Constitution, political system, Panchayati Raj, public policy, rights issue, etc. Economic and social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, social sector, initiative, etc. General issue on environment ecology, biodiversity and climate change that do not require subject specification and general science. Now paper 2. Paper 2 is basically comprehension, interpersonal skills, including communication skills, logical reasoning and analytical ability, decision making and problem solving, general mental ability, and basic numericals till class 10. Paper 2 prelims will be only for qualifying, that is, you need to score only 33% in your CSAT paper. And in prelims, try to score at least 60%. That is 120 marks out of 200 so that you can be in safe zone. Now coming back to mains. The total marks in mains is 1750. If we see, then in mains there are 9 papers. The initial 2 papers are of only qualifying. That is Indian language and English. And this paper are of 300 marks each. These are only qualifying paper and the marks obtained in it will not be counted. The rest of the 7 papers can be written in any of the language mentioned under the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India or in English. Paper 1, Essay, which is of 250 marks. Paper 2, General Studies, that is 1. Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. Paper 3, GS2, Governance, Constitution, Polity, Social Justice and International Relation. Paper 4, General Studies, Technology, Economic Development, Biodiversity, Security and Disaster Management. Paper 5, GS4, that is Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. Paper 6 and 7 are your optional subject. In paper 6 and 7, UPSC main syllabus give a list of 48 optional subjects. And this optional subject PDF has been given in the description box below. You can click on that link and get the PDF. You can also get the PDF from paper 2 to paper 5, that is GS1 to GS4. Now the syllabus part is completed. Now the books which are required to prepare for the UPSC examination are: number 1, history. Now in history is divided into ancient, medieval and modern history, and also Indian culture. In ancient history, you can prefer R.S. Sharma of Old NCERT. It has a good coverage of UPSC IAS preliminary syllabus, and you will find a number of questions that has been directly asked from this book. For medieval history, History of Medieval India by Satish Chandra, Old NCERT. Modern history, A Brief History of Modern India by Spectrum. For Indian culture, you can prepare from CCRT website, or Art and Culture by Nitin Singhania, or Facet of Indian Culture by Spectrum. Number 2, Indian Geography. For geography, Old NCERT books are the best, and you can supplement with Physical Geography by G.C. Leong. And for map, Oxford School Atlas is good, so that you can get a vast knowledge from there. Number 3, for Indian Polity. Indian Polity by Lakshmikant, or An Introduction to the Constitution of India by D.D. Basu. Both the books are very rich to study for the Indian Polity section, and also supplement with the basic NCERT book. Number 4, Economy. Class 11 and 12 NCERT book will make your basic structure strong. Supplement it with Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh, and also Current Economic Survey. Newspaper The Hindu and Economic Time is best for this. Number 5, Science and Technology. Number 6, Environment and Ecology. Environment books by Shankar IAS, an NIOS study material for environmental studies, and also keep a close watch on the development project of Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India, United Nations, UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which is entity tasked with supporting the global response to the threat of climate change. Number 7, the most important, that is current affairs. For current affairs, read the newspaper The Hindu and also Economic Times. These two newspapers are sufficient for the current affairs section. And along with this, buy a monthly current affairs booklet for IAS. This you can get it online for free. Now the books required for CSET are as follows. In paper 1, CSET is generally English, so the passage asked in this section are generally taken from standard journals and newspaper. To buy a book particularly for this section is a waste of money. So stick to the magazine like Yojana, Kurukshetra, Frontline, and the newspaper like Indian Express, The Hindu, and Live Min. Also do the practice of previous year question paper. And in paper 2, in this section, most of the aspirants prefer R.S. Agarwal, but they should also take the help of M.K. Pandey, Analytical Reasoning. R.S. Agarwal has good coverage of various topics, but in terms of comprehension, M.K. Pandey explanation and illustration are much more advanced and lucid. In the main section, for the GS1, the books to study for history, Indian heritage and culture, and geography. The list of the books are Number 1. An Introduction to Indian Art, Part 1. That is Fine Art for Class 11. Point 2. Indian Struggle for Independence by Bipin Chandra. It is also a very good book. Point 3. Indian After Independence by Bipin Chandra. Point 4. History of Medieval India by Satish Chandra. Point 5. Ancient India by R.S. Sharma. These are the books from the History, Indian Heritage and Culture of GS Paper 1. In GS Paper 1, from Geography section, you can read Geography of India by Majid Hussain and also the World Geography by Majid Hussain, which is one of the good books, and World Atlas, that is of Oxford. Other points are Certificate Physical and Human Geography by G.C. Leong, and other book Fundamentals of Physical Geography NCERT Class 11. These are the book for GS Paper 1. For GS Paper 2, that is Polity and International Relation, you can read Indian Polity by M. Lakshmikant, Introduction to the Constitution of India by D.D. Basu, and Indian Foreign Policy by Rajiv Sikri. In GS Paper 3, that is Economic section, if you read Indian Economy by R.S. Sharma, then that book is very rich and very lucid. For GS Paper 4, Ethics, you can read book of Subba Rao or P.N. Roy Chaudhary of Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude for Civil Service Mains Examination. Dear friends, do not prefer a large number of books for your UPSC preparation, which is very unhealthy. Follow the standard books and do a multiple revision so that you can get a good command on that subject. And also read the NCERT, which is the basic book, so that it can build your base. And from this standard book, you can build a better pillar. And for the mains examination, the more number of answers you write, the more marks you get. So in our next video, we'll discuss about how to read the Hindu newspaper, the approach to Hindu newspaper. And in my last video, one comment by Sanjeev Chetri, it was mentioned that please make video on how to apply, prepare for UPSC at younger level, SSC preparation, quota allotted to various examination and center of examination, etc. In my next video, we will prepare about how to approach for the Hindu newspaper, and we will put this point in mind, and we will also add what Sanjeev Chetri has mentioned in the comment. Dear friends, if you like the content and the video, then hit the like button, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you'll get a regular update from Visaj Pathshala. Thank you.